Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Dr. Fox, the Millennial Doc, back here for another video. So today's topic is going to be on choosing a college. Okay, this is without question one of the most important decisions that you make in your life, and it's a decision that you're forced to make pretty early. So this is really something you need to be thinking about once you're in high school. Okay, this is something that you start thinking about and planning literally once you get to the ninth grade, is what college you're going to go to. Now that's if you're going to go to college and pursue education beyond high school. Okay, so it is a decision that has a lot of different factors that go into making the decision. So it's something you want to be really careful about. And you need to first ask yourself, well, what are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? What career do you want to go into? What are your aspirations? So it requires a good bit of thought and a good bit of thinking long term as to what kind of lifestyle you want to have and what your overall purpose is. And the other thing you want to consider is, well, what kind of environment do you want to be in? Do you want to be in an environment where you see people that look like you in a diverse environment, or do you want to be in a more mainstream environment? What are you going to be more comfortable with? And there's a lot that goes into that one, just because there are people that go to a high school and they already feel like they come from a diverse environment and they want to go right into a mainstream college. And when I see mainstream, I really mean PWI, okay, as opposed to an HBCU, a historically black college or university. Okay, so that's something else you need to think about, because in college you want to be operating so you can not only do your best and pursue educational efforts, but you want to network and hopefully meet some lifelong friends. So it's an environment where you're cultivating your personality, what your traits are going to be, what your work habits are going to be, what your societal habits are going to be. There's just so much that goes into it. The next thing that you're going to need to consider is going to be what kind of curriculum you want to have available to you. So you want to certainly go to an institution that supports what your educational pursuits are. If there are more traditional courses that you want to have available to you, you certainly want to be in an institution that provides that. And some institutions are trying new things, and you may say, hey, I want to take online classes, or I want to be able to travel abroad. And if those are experiences that you want, then you certainly want to look for an institution that can support that. The other thing you need to think about now is what the cost is going to be, and that's a long-term decision, because a lot of times when you go to school, particularly if you have good grades, and let's say you have a good SAT score, ACT score, you may have opportunities with scholarships. May not be full scholarship, maybe partial scholarship, and there's still some money left on the bill that you're going to have to pay for long term, and you have to obviously take out a loan for that. So that's something you want to think about as well. And then I think another factor that's kind of a sneaky factor is, how close do you want to be to home? Some people would like to be really close to home, and that's okay. And what close to home is, maybe being 30 minutes away. For other people, it may be just being able to get home on the weekend, not necessarily a 30-minute drive, but they want to at least be able to drive several hours and get home. And other people are completely comfortable just being on the other side of the country, or even in another part of the world. So it really depends on what your personality type is, and what you're looking for in your college experience. Okay, so coming up, another thing you want to think about is what the reputation is for that school. Okay, what kind of reputation does it have? Does that reputation leave you with a degree that is going to be respected out in the mainstream world, or does it give you an opportunity to be able to take the next step and pursue an advanced degree, or to pursue an internship? Does it lead you to the career pathway that you're trying to make to? make it to. So that's something else that you definitely want to think about. Okay. And I think one of the last things, and we kind of touched on this earlier when we talked about the environment, but do you want to go to a historically Black college or university? Certainly, if you're a person like myself, looks like me, which I think certainly is a great option. A lot of times when you go to a historically Black college or university, depending on the circumstance, like Howard University, certainly being a top tier institution that helps to train a lot of Black physicians, does that now and it's been doing that for a long time. You want to go to a place that's going to be able to support you and provide you the mentorship that you need. Okay, or do you want to just be in a more mainstream environment? And that can have pros and cons as well. When you go there, you may not have as many people that look like you, but you may still be able to thrive depending on what your personality type is, depending on what your makeup is, your work ethic. So those are things you want to consider as well. And then obviously, is the college or institution, is it a public university or is it a private university? And once again, there's a lot of cost implications that come along with that. Okay. And then, like we talked about a little bit earlier, is this a school that has a really high reputation, or is it a school that doesn't have as great a reputation, particularly for what your interest is, whether it's medicine or going into a legal environment, or being a lawyer or being a business person, or if you're an art major or whatever your major is. So it's not just the overall reputation of the school, but it's the reputation of the specific program that you're going for. So just a lot of different things you need to think about as you're applying to college and as you're thinking about that. So these are just some things for you to think about and cook on, and hopefully you find this video helpful. Once again, if you like this video, I want you to hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'm gonna be coming up with new content. And if you guys have any new ideas or things you want me to talk about, I'd definitely be welcome to getting some feedback and possibly addressing those topics at a later time. All right, thanks for watching today. Peace.